I am the girl gardener and this is my cottage garden. I don't live in a cottage, it's just a cottage garden and it's 6 years in the making. Now that the weather is improving a lot, I'm just getting my strawberry bed prepped for the season. I have around 5 or 6 strawberry plants that I propagated from the runners last season and they just need planting out into the bed, but I've also noticed a few strawberry plants are dead, so they'll need removing first.
Plant up some of my strawberry plants that I basically rooted from runners. And honestly, I should have done this job ages ago, but hey, they're looking quite good. And a couple of them are dead here, which is fine. I was going to take them out, but what I've noticed, excuse me, is the same issue that we had with my asparagus. It's infested with ants. It's absolutely terrible. And they're all around here. Where were they? I think I've probably scared them off. And it could explain why these particular ones are dead. This is where the ants are. I mean, I'm no expert. But yeah, I need to sort that out before I plant any more up.
If you watched one of my other videos where I relocated my asparagus bed from one part of the garden to another, you would have seen that I have exactly the same issue with that too. It was just infested with ants. There were so many eggs, and I feel like the ants are causing the plants to die off. I otherwise don't really have any other explanation as to why very healthy plants are just suddenly dead like this. And whilst I have absolutely no issues with ants, I normally never kill them. I don't believe in killing them. I don't think that's the right thing to do. On this occasion, they are killing the food that I'm growing for my household. They were destroying the asparagus, now the strawberries. And to be honest, on a few occasions I've had to clean out my citrus plants as well because the pots have been full of ants as well. They also farm aphids, and the aphids also weaken plants too. So overall, it's really not a great situation. And like I said, I don't normally agree with killing ants, but they have to go. And if it's not something that you agree with, that's absolutely fine. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but this is a pretty bad infestation. What you're seeing me sprinkle onto the soil and mixing it in is some food grade diatomaceous earth. I used to use this when I had chickens. Of course, I don't have chickens currently, but I used to use it for my chickens to treat things like red mite. And so these will work on any sort of infestation that you have insect-wise. Speaking of chickens, let me introduce you to this little girl, or guy. Now, us having a little chick was not on our 2026 garden bingo card, but let me just bring you up to speed. So, a nursery has decided to incubate and hatch these little chicks. I don't know what breed this chick is or anything like that, but they kind of hatch the eggs to show the children, and then at roughly, say, a week or so old, they just want to give them away. Now, this is something that I really don't agree with unless the nursery is going to keep these little chicks, raise them and teach the children about how to look after them and about responsibility. I just don't think that you should do it. I was told that there was just one left out of a clutch of eggs that had been hatched, and so I did say, give me whatever you have. However, supposedly the parents of these children that attend the nursery, they are taking some of these chicks, and of course I don't know whether they're going as singles or as 2s, 3s. All I know is that chicks should never be alone. You need a minimum of 3 hens for it to be classed as a flock. Anyway, I did attempt to ask questions, however, fast forward, and here we are. It's running around my living room. I have been assured that this little one is a girl, but at this stage, it's hard to tell either way. And honestly, I don't care. I just wanted to make sure it was taken care of. Now, he or she is the sweetest little baby ever. We're keeping her indoors because, of course, it's too cold outside right now. And my son is playing mother hen. He's using his little blanket to wrap her up at night so that she can be nice and cozy. And he's kind of acting like a mother hen, the way the hen sits on top of the baby. Like I said, we didn't plan on getting chicks. We actually wanted to get hens later in the season. And we're thinking of getting this little one some friends. And also, the garden is currently just swarming with bees. I don't know if you can hear that. My neighbour's bees have come out. My next door neighbour, he keeps bees. And the whole garden is just full. So I'm going to quickly get inside before I get stung. Woo! In the meantime, I'm not sure if you can see it, but the bees have settled into my holly tree just there. I mean, I can see it from here where I am, but of course, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. And that's fine. I've told my neighbour, and he's going to come around and get them. He said that it's probably the queen who's got out. And so, of course, the rest of them follow. And so he's going to come over and he'll take them. He'll take the queen, and then hopefully the rest will go along. So one of my goals this year is to try and grow some of my own ginger. I have tried it in the past, but I haven't really been too serious about it, and it's never really grown. So what I've done is I've bought some ginger from just my local supermarket. It was like a huge piece, and I cut off all the pieces that have got sort of the little eyes showing. They look like they're sprouting. Some of them are slightly smaller pieces, and some are slightly bigger, like the one I just picked up. Got these medium-sized pieces, and the rest I'm just going to use in the cooking. And what I did was I left them to soak, ideally 24 hours. I left them a bit longer because I just got busy, that's all. But yeah, 24 hours, just so that if they have any growth inhibitors sprayed on them, which a lot of supermarket things do have sprays on them to stop them from sprouting, it just means that soaking them will just get rid of it. And all I'm going to do is plant them up into this tub that I got here. Here's one I made earlier. It is cracked at the bottom, so it has drainage, some kind of drainage in it. And all I'm going to do is just plant them in here, and hopefully we can get some some ginger growing. Oh yeah, that's draining. It's already dripped on my leg under the table. So yeah, I'm just going to plant that up now. I'm not planting them too deep, but I'm planting them quite shallow, and then just covering them over with the soil. There we go. And I will keep you updated on how we get on with that. I'm just going to keep this in my greenhouse. And let's hope for the best. Let's see how that goes. And in the meantime, I just wanted to update you on how our little chick has been getting on. She's, well, he or she, because we don't know really if she's a boy or a girl, is doing so well. As you can see, she's got so much colour on her feathers now. She's gotten a lot browner than before. If you look under her wings, she's gone very brown, and on her chest as well. She's gotten very brown on her chest. Where are you going? Where are you going? She wants to explore. But yeah, she's doing so well, and she's wonderful, and we're really pleased with how she's getting on. We're very pleased with how she's getting on, but let me just show you something else. She's not alone. She has some friends. Bit of a long story, but some days after we got the first one, got a call to say that there was some more that needed picking up because they've been returned to the nursery where they were hatched at. And so I said, yes, of course, I will take them. And so after work, Mr. Gill Gardner went along and he collected them after work, which was very late at night, and he brought them home. And so now our little chick is not alone. She has some friends. So yeah, I did say that we were planning on perhaps getting some chicks for her so she wouldn't be alone. But of course, you know, you get sent what you get sent.
Yeah, I've been told that out of the 3 that we collected that were returned back to the nursery, I've been told that 1 is a rooster and the other 2 are hens, but I have a sneaky suspicion that at least 2 out of the 3 are roosters. Just looking at the behaviour, when I see them, I'm like, that's rooster behaviour, and they keep fighting with each other as well, the way roosters fight. But time will tell. Let me just show you a bit of a close-up so you have to look at my mug. Look at them. Hi. Hi. So this cage here that you see, I've had it for quite a while. I purchased it from Facebook Marketplace just in case we ever had a chicken that was unwell or anything like that that needed separating. And we've never had to use it, but it's come in handy for these little ones here. I will put them back into the little cage though, because of course they're only small, and sometimes we get a red kite. Sometimes we get a red kite coming to pick off the sparrows that are around in the trees, and I don't want one to just swoop in and grab this one. And also Garfield is asleep somewhere and don't know how he's going to be with them out. I did show him when we bought the first one and he wasn't happy about it. He wasn't happy about it. He sulked and sulked. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll keep you updated on everything that's going on. I've got loads to do, lots of planting out to do. A lot of my cucumbers are dying. But yeah, I'll just keep you updated on everything, and thanks for watching.